In today's video, we're going to be going over why the resurrection theory cannot be explained by hallucinations or Charles Bonnet syndrome, which is a type of hallucinations. Just because some people claim this, and you see that all over the internet a lot, so I'm going to refute it in today's video. We're going to go over why statistically and medically, these just can't fit into the resurrection categories. We're going to go over what Charles Bonnet syndrome is, or you can call it CBS. It is a neurological condition where people experience visual hallucinations because of severe vision loss. So, some key facts about it. It occurs almost exclusively in elderly individuals, people with macular degeneration, clumicula, or optic nerve damage. The hallucinations are visual only, so no sound or touch, non-interactive, often fragmented or repetitive. Most people with CBS know the images are not real. So CBS is not a vision and it's not really a belief. It's a perceptual glitch caused by the brain failing in missing visual data. Well, why, we're gonna go over why CBS doesn't fit the resurrection account. So looking at the contrast here clearly, the disciples here were young. They weren't elderly. They were functioning, traveling, and teaching, not suffering from documented vision loss. The appearances involved seeing, hearing, and touching, eating meals, extended conversations. They happen to individuals, small groups, large groups, including over 500 people at once. CBS cannot produce sound, conversation, touch, or shared group experiences. It doesn't scale from one person to hundreds. Now we're going over the statistical improbability. CBS occurs in a small percentage of people with severe vision impairment. Even if we inflate numbers generally, the chance of 12 healthy men all having CBS at the same time is astronomically low. The chance of 500 people simultaneously experiencing the same detailed hallucination is effectively zero. Hallucinations don't synchronize, they don't coordinate, and they don't identify themselves consistently across different groups, times, and places. Now, that's CBS. We need to go over other hallucination types. Okay. One is schizophrenia related hallucinations. So these are mostly auditory, not visual, individual, not shared, disorganizing, not unifying, affect a small minority of people. Schizophrenia does not produce coherent group theology or organized movements. Bereavement hallucinations. They're brief, individual, non-interactive, often just a sense of presence. They don't eat meals, teach, or appear to hundreds of people. Now, drug-induced hallucinations. These are chaotic, unstable, context-dependent. There's no historical evidence of mass drug use, and even if there were, drug hallucinations don't create consistent shared narratives. Now, sleep-related hallucinations. Occur at sleep, wake boundaries, short-lived, private. They don't happen repeatedly to groups over weeks. So, when you stack all the data, as you add all these conditions, the probability doesn't increase, it collapses. To explain the resurrection as hallucination, you would need multiple hallucination types across different people at different times with identical content, including touch and sound, producing long-term coherence and transformation. Medicine does not observe hallucinations behaving this way. And there's also a category mistake being made by the people who are saying that the resurrection is a hallucination, because the hallucinations are perceptual errors. Vision and resurrection claims are truth claims about events. Saying hallucination doesn't explain why the tomb was empty or why belief exploded in Jerusalem. Calling something a hallucination doesn't make it one. It has to match the medical criteria. Charles Bonnet syndrome. The conclusion of this is Charles Bonnet syndrome explains visual errors in people with vision loss. Other hallucination categories explain isolated, private experiences. None of them explain shared, multi-sensory, repeated, identity-based encounters that transformed individuals and launched a movement. So in short, hallucination theories don't fit all the data for the resurrection theory.